What's her name, dear?
Dolores Umbridge.
Yes, I can't stand her, Dolores Umbridge. She drives me insane. Hello BookTube Nation, I'm Sam here again with A Bear and a Bee Books, and today I'm so excited, yay! I'm here to announce my TBR for middle grade March. Now last year I really wanted to participate, but this is my first year officially participating, and so today I want to go over my TBR with you and give you a little bit more information about the readathon. So first, this readathon is hosted by two wonderful ladies. There is Krista from Books and Jams and Katie from Life Between Words. Let's go ahead and go over the challenges. There are some challenges just there to kind of guide you through the readathon. So it's definitely a good one if you have a hard time with just week-only readathons, which I myself do sometimes struggle with. If you're really busy and you need a little bit longer to get through some of the challenges, then this is a good one for you. I believe that there are 5 in total, and there will also be a group book, which I'm really excited about. So let's go ahead and talk about the challenges. For the first challenge, it's a nonfiction or a book based on true events. And for this one, I only have one selection, but that is Upon the Head of the Goat. And this is A Childhood in Hungary from the years 1939 to 1944, and this is a Newbery Honor Book, and this is by Aranka Siegal. It's basically a World War II book seen from the point of view of a 9-year-old child, and it takes place beginning in the Ukrainian countryside. And I picked this one up a while ago. It sounded really good to me, and it definitely fits the challenge. Challenge number 2, books with non-human main characters or important characters. For this one, I've selected Down the Mysterly River by Bill Willingham. And this one is illustrated by Mark Buckingham. And I have previously heard really good things about this one. I figure it has to do with these animals here. I remember reading about it originally. I believe that they're on a journey, and I love journey books. I believe that it's attached to fables, and I think that the animals can talk to the boy. I've had this one for a long time now, so I don't remember a huge amount about it, but I figured that it definitely would fit the challenge, and since I have previously heard really good things about it, I'm definitely willing to give it a shot. I had also heard that if you have not read these yet, it's definitely time to do so. And I heard that there were non-human main characters or non-human important characters in these as well. And these, of course, are the Nevermore books. I picked up books 1 and 2 because I thought I might want to fly right through them both. And this is, of course, by Jessica Townsend. These are, everybody's been comparing to like the feeling they get when they read Harry Potter. Confession time. I am rereading books 1 through 4.5 right now with my family, and I have never gotten past the middle of the 5th book. I tried. I really, that book, everybody is in such a bad mood, and I really don't like the cat lady. And then, oh, the thing, and the Harry, and the detention, and oh, it gives me the squeamies just thinking about it. But anyway, this year I am trying really hard for like whatever series I start, I want to finish within like at least 18 months of starting, because I have a really bad habit of starting series and then not picking up the next book. So book 1, 18 months later, can I get to book 2? So that's my new personal goal. But anyway, I'm really excited to give these a try. I have heard wonderful things about both of these. I love these covers. Anyway, super excited. Next is fantasy books. And since when I read YA, I almost always read fantasy, though I do pick up an occasional contemporary. If I'm gonna read like contemporary fiction or historical fiction, I typically prefer to read adults contemporary and historical fiction, though I will occasionally read YA or middle grade of that particular genre. But when it comes to fantasy, I actually prefer middle grade and YA. I don't like a lot of violence. I don't like a lot of gore. And adult high fantasy tends to have more of that, and I don't like to stumble upon it unless you know, I'm mentally prepared for that. And so I just find that for me, the reading experience is usually more enjoyable when the violence is more PG. So that's just me. But for this one, I have quite a few selections. So I have two kind of fairy tale books, and I'm one of the co-creators for the Fairytale-a-thon. So I'll link our Twitter down below if you want to check us out. But I'm always looking to read more recommendations for that. So two of those I have here is The Princess Curse. And this is by Merrie Haskell, and I've been meaning to read this one for a little while. Plus, I like these smaller paperbacks. I don't know if anybody else likes that. They're kind of the older style, but they fit really nicely in my hands, and they're just comfortable to read from. So I'm excited to check this one out. And then I have, which I had meant to read for the Fairytale-a-thon in winter, but I didn't get to it, is Ella Enchanted by Gail, Carson, Levine. And I have read Fairest by this author and really enjoyed it, so I'm really excited to check this one out. I also have this beautiful book that I've been meaning to get to for a while, and this is called Baker's Magic, and this is by Diane Zahler. Okay, so this one is, from what I know, I think it's like another journey fantasy, but on the back it says, take one brave, resourceful heroine with a very special skill, fold in pirates, tree spirits, magicians, various fathers, one hedgehog, lots of buns and cookies. To me, that sounds perfect. That's all I want to know, and I'm really excited to give this one a try. Plus, it's gorgeous. Okay, I also picked up Willa of the Wood, and this is by Robert Beatty. He is the author of Seraphina and the Black Cloak, and I've been meaning to get to that one, but somebody mentioned it has like rats and stuff in it, so I don't know, I just wasn't in the mood. But I'm really into nature, and it's like summer basically where I live already. I live in Florida, so but this one just really called to me. All the greens and just her name, Willa of the Wood. It says on the back that it has eerie gothic imagery, so I'm into that. It's female main lead, fantasy. It has a lot to do with being outdoors apparently, so and I've heard good things about this author. So the next challenge is to read a book in verse, and one of the ones that's been suggested is one that I already had on my TBR that I've been meaning to get to. I'm gonna pick this one up on one of my ebook services I have, and that is Inside Out and Back Again by Thanhha Lai. And I've heard really good things about this one. I'm really excited to give it a shot, so let's hope I enjoy it. Plus, I used to really enjoy poetry when I was younger. I used to even write some in like high school and college, and I've been away from it for a while. I recently picked up some more like classic poetry earlier last year, and so I'm excited to give this one a chance. And finally is to select a diverse read, and they're leaving this really open. So for diverse reads, it's just somebody that is different than yourself, race, ethnicity, any kind of differently abled people, things like that. So for this one, I went ahead and picked another one I've been really excited to get to, and that is Aru Shah and the End of Time by Roshani Chachki, and I am so excited to give this one a try. This one is by Disney Hyperion. I love Disney, and the cover is so gorgeous. It says Percy Jackson meets Sailor Moon, so that sounds good to me. This is another Rick Riordan Presents, and I'm really interested to check this one out. I've heard mostly great things about this one. I have seen a couple of mixed reviews, but I read like kind of a short you know, on Goodreads how you can kind of read the beginning of the book, and I checked that out before I bought it, and it looked really interesting to me, so I can't wait to get to this one. And then there's the group book, which I'm really interested in. This is called Sweep, and this is the story of a girl and her monster, and this is by Jonathan Auxier, and this is about a little girl, and I think something happened. She's a chimney sweep, and there's like an accident, and then instead of dying, she's found by this she's found by this like golem and he becomes her monster, and I don't know, it just seems really good to me. It seems like one of those books about finding good where you least expect it, and I love that kind of thing. So I'm really excited to pick this one up. Plus I love kind of the ombre effect that's going on this cover. It's really beautiful, and I think the typography is particularly nice on this cover. So I really enjoy the cover design of this. I went ahead and I picked a couple of bonus books because I've learned with myself, if I'm gonna have a TBR, I need to have a really big one so that there's no way I can get to all the books, but that way it still allows me to kind of mood read. I'm a huge mood reader, and I usually mood read based on season. If anybody else is like that, please let me know down below. The first one I decided to do was Greenglass House, and this is by Kate Milford. Now I did look up all these books. I tried to get them in the appropriate age range for middle grade. If I've missed on any of those, let me know. But this one is like a mystery, and I thought that this would be really good because, and this is a mystery series. I think there's 3 out so far, but there's also in March is, I believe it's March Mystery Madness. So I'll go ahead and I'll link one of the hosts' information down below for that, so you can go get some more information if you're more into mystery reading and you'd like to participate there. But I figured this would be a great one because it's an overlap, and I definitely wanted to support both readathons. So that's this one here. I have this one, which I've had a long time, which seems more sci-fi. This is called The Only Ones by Aaron Starmer, and this is one of those naked hardbacks, which I really like, but I just thought this would give me something kind of different. I have a lot of fantasy here, and I thought if I wasn't really feeling that, this would give me a good option. Finally, I selected this one for my shelves because this is an author I've been meaning to get to for a long time. I think, I could be wrong, but I think that one of her books recently won the Children's Award for the Costa book. If I can find that, I think it's called The Explorers. I'll link it down below, and I was really interested in that book. So I had one of her older titles, one of her backlist books, on my shelves, and I wanted to give it a try before picking up the new one just to see if I get along with her writing style. And this is called Cartwheeling and Thunderstorms, and again, the author is Katherine Rundell. So I'm really excited to check this one out. This is a shorter book, and I think that the artwork on this is just so gorgeous. So anyway, those are the titles that I've selected. I hope that everyone will be joining in middle grade March if you enjoy reading middle grade fiction. I think that with middle grade, there's definitely a book out there for everyone. It's just a matter of finding it. But I love reading children's middle grade YA. I find that for me, because of things I mentioned earlier about not particularly liking violence in my reading, that it is a good way for me to get a well-rounded story without coming across something that I may not want to expose myself to. But and that's not always the case. I can appreciate books with that as well. I just tread more carefully with them and typically do a lot more research if that's something that I'm gonna read. So anyway, those are all the books that I've selected for the middle grade March readathon. I really appreciate your time here with me, and thank you so much for watching if you've made it to the end. I hope that you liked what you had to see here today, and if you did, please go ahead and click the subscribe button down below. It would really make my day. And if you enjoyed my channel, definitely, I hope that you'll be back again. I try to post videos at least once a week, if not more. I'm a new mom, so I'm still learning to balance everything. Thanks for being here with me today. Farewell for now. Bye-bye.